Just look at this scene. Some 70,000 will let our legendary director, Bob Fishman, cut around a little bit before we tip game one. And what a matchup we have to get things started. Grant, you know what this tension is like right before tip? This many people watching, and I mentioned no strangers. Yep, we go back to 2008. We met the Sweet 16, Kansas on its way to the championship. And Villanova won in 16 and 18 on its way to championships both of those years. So here we go. What's the feeling?
Some excitement, nervousness. These guys have been waiting for this moment. These coaches have them ready. Should be a good one.
I think he was nervous about the full section he ordered of tickets for his colleagues in Pals.
McCormack and Slater meet at midcourt. There are the officials. Sermons, Breeding, and Kemble. And Raff, give us a little Final Four start to this baby.
Jim Dance and Grant Hill right now. The middle of the Wildcats go a little. Wait a minute.
The pace that Kansas runs their half-court offense is impressive, but McCormack, they got to establish him early.
Agbaji early.
How about that?
Slashes the three.
He's got game. As Grant mentioned, he can put it on the deck as well. They were trying to establish Slater and McCormack. Be interesting to see if they play straight up Villanova or switch on ball screens.
So Villanova, which had not trailed in either one of its last two games, down after an early bucket. That's off the mark for Gillespie.
And only one guy went to the boards for Villanova. Transition defense a must against the Jayhawks.
Once again, trying to bury Dixon in the low box.
McCormack with the left hand.
That's what they want to do. Make them pay for being undersized. A little bit of pressure to Villanova once in a while. A little weak inbounding and getting free.
Kansas off to a start like the way it played in the second half against Miami on Sunday.
Villanova very comfortable late in the shot clock. They'll run it down, controlled pace.
Gillespie has it stolen away. That was Slater. Up ahead he goes to Wilson and lost it in traffic.
Once in a while, Kansas is prone to turning it over.
Slater doubled up and stuck baseline.
They get it around the horn, use both sides.
Here's Gillespie. He too doubled up quickly.
Really tough shape in that corner.
Villanova with a ragged possession, and it's going the other way.
And I've been impressed about Kansas defensively here these first few possessions. The energy and making Villanova uncomfortable, not something we're accustomed to seeing as they execute their offense.
Springing those traps early, too.
See.
Brown, the kid who could make three. Look at the once again, establishing low.
Same shot for McCormack. He's hit two of them now.
Yeah, Dixon's not doing a good job doing his homework early, denying, stepping up the lane.
So a quick 7 for the Jayhawks, just 2 minutes in.
Samuels has really been playing well of late, making threes. Very good at jump stopping in the lane and finding people as well.
Now Slater driving. That was a travel, and they call it. McCormack having his way in the paint.
And Rav, McCormack early. This high-low action right here, you can't front him down low when the ball's being entered from the top there. And they 4-around-1, they space the floor so well, and they're establishing the big fella early.
Agbaji hit the shot to open the game. He's done it again.
Woo. And how about that second half? He was spectacular against Miami in the regional final, picking up with that stellar play here early.
They outscored Miami 47-15 in the second half of that game, and they're going at the same pace.
Jay Wright letting them play their way out of this. Very confident in his team. He can make threes.
Dixon, not this time. Slater, though, fights for the board and puts it up and in for the Wildcats' first points.
They shoot the ball well, therefore they follow and get tap-ins as well. See how they go defensively now. See if they help out on the below post.
Kansas loves this dribble weave action.
And then a little slip to the rim, and they got a block. There's the switch, automatic.
Brown See if that last bucket settled Villanova down after giving up the first 10. Here's Gillespie driving on Harris.
You got to stay at home on the shooters once he gets in the lane.
Here's Daniels from New Orleans with the jumper. And Agbaji boxed out, able to shield Dixon to take that rebound.
McCormack early.
Wilson from the other wing. Rebound out to Dixon, and here goes Gillespie. He's going to wait for his team. No, he's not.
Nice steal again.
It's Harris, and he got tripped. No call.
Well, he has really been on top of the great hands defensively he possesses. Wilson, an excellent driver, can make some threes too on the wing. There's that switch, high-low.
Yep, it's McCormack, 2 for 2 from the field, and that was Dixon reaching in. Agbaji with a couple of threes in the opening minutes, fellas.
You want your star players to step up on this stage. Agbaji, unafraid.
The student section is delivered by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of March Madness. First break, and Villanova with 4 turnovers in the first 4.5, including 3 consecutive trips down the floor. That's really unusual for them, Raph.
They value the basketball under 10, just under 10 a game, but a little switch of the defense there with the early traps, rattled them a little, turnovers. And Juan Harris just terrific with his hands.
Again, going to break, the foul was on Dixon. McCormack comes to the line. The senior who graduated in 3 years, 3 times all Big 12, first team academic team for the conference.
He's a key guy for this team, really. He and Remy Martin as to how far they can go. Obviously, he's had a great start taking advantage of that size and bulk. Got Gillespie off the ball now. Let Daniels run it. He's had a great tournament run too, Daniels.
Samuels, he was the most outstanding player of his regional. Daniels working on Wilson. He'll pull up, pop. Pulled down by Wilson.
I tell you, this defense of Kansas, spectacular here early.
There's a little horn set.
Pin down for Agbaji.
Yeah, he likes to curl out of that, and they lob.
Oh, they got it to him.
Got it.
McCormack missed the dunk. Save. What a save by Gillespie.
Oh, what a great looking play. Couldn't finish the deal.
Right now, Villanova, they have to find some offense, get into a rhythm. Nothing easy thus far for them here.
But Jim, they got to get in the lane and then see if you can get the attention of the defenders on their kick-out threes. Thus far, unable.
That's Samuels. Dixon trying to keep it alive, and it's going to stay at this end.
And McCormack right here, all alone. It was a beautiful pass and catch. Certainly wants that playback, but definitely a concerted effort by the Jayhawks to establish him early, and it's paying off.
Slater to inbound.
They like to run that little double screen to get a good look. This time for Gillespie.
That's what they wanted, and he hits the 3.
Tough shot right there. Contested, great defense, but
Pretty good play, though, right? Baseline, a little double.
Kansas brings out Remy Martin, who's had a huge tournament. Here he is.
Quick. It's in the lane, finds people, and a great passer. Nice hands. And
it's deflected right to McCormack, and he's fouled by Samuels on the shot.
Pretty good job with the hands deflecting. You really got to harass that pass to the post and bail out your postman defensively.
McCormack was a member of the All-Midwest Regional team out of Chicago, where the Jayhawks beat Providence, and then Miami. Had to come from behind as the Hurricanes. We saw them early in the tournament at Greenville. And you see Remy Martin with the Hurricanes. Coach Larinaga had a nice run That second half, though, Kansas just turned on a switch like you haven't seen.
A blitz.
Incredible.
Kansas might be the champion of the Big East, by the way.
That's right. What they've done already.
Beat St. John's early. Creighton.
Providence.
I like this switch, though. Daniels running the show. Confident kid.
I think Slater, who has struggled shooting the ball, but has McCormack on him, may want to try to attack him off the bounce when the opportunity presents.
Gillespie stuck in the paint.
See this? You don't stay at home, you get this opportunity.
Slater just slides off the rim. Made a great move to the hoop.
That's what they do, get your head turned.
Wilson speeds it up now to Agbaji, and he's got another three.
Can't help from that strong corner raft, especially off of Agbaji.
He's having some run of late.
First field goal by Kansas in 3:55, and they're up 11. Another three here, and that one rattles out.
Another good contest as well.
That three, no go for Brown.
Pace, run some clock, get some motion, important for Villanova.
Well, they already play slow a lot. I think they got to slow it down even more against this high-powered offense.
Well, Martin denying Gillespie the ball.
Samuels, it's off his foot. Best combo ever. Well, the combo is Dave Single, fries, and a Coke Zero Sugar. It's only at Wendy's.
Seldom do you see Villanova a little rattled, but right now, unaccustomed to seeing them on the offensive end struggle.
Mitch Lightfoot takes the floor for Coach Bill Self.
Right, Antoine on the floor now. We'll get some valuable minutes. McDonald's All-American. Struggled with injuries. Big upside in his game. And again, Burry, this time Lightfoot.
Lightfoot, and that's a turnover.
And right, that's going to be there a lot tonight. Villanova likes to switch. They don't mind having a small on a big. And Lightfoot just could not secure the ball on that post entry. And oh, wow. Thankfully, he's not, no one injured there.
At his age, by the way.
We should bring in Gene and see if that was a charge or not.
Gene left his whistle back in Pittsburgh.
Slow start for the Wildcats. 5 points, 5 turnovers. Antoine giving it up to Daniels. And he's got a three.
And that was,
he's been working on that. We saw him all pregame yesterday. Confident shooter, has really elevated his game.
that was a good possession, though. Dribble penetration, swinging around the horn, get to the open shooter.
Got to keep Remy out of the lane. Nice little flare screen by Lightfoot, and there's the switch.
Agbaji. What a hot hand he has. Oh, man. 4 for 4 from 3.
Unbelievable. And he possessed that ability to go to the tin with the bounce, and also they back screen lob to him. A little bit of a kick here. Playing both ends.
I'm not even sure one of his shots has even
Hit the net.
sniffed the rim.
Oh, pretty impressive, huh? That's why he's All-American.
Welcome back to the Final Four. And Coach, you've been able to get whatever you want offensively. What can you say about your defense forcing 5 turnovers so far?
It's been active, but we haven't guarded the arc a couple of times, and they make us pay. So we got to do a better job at that.
How about just the job Agbaji has been able to do? What have you seen that's allowed him to open things up here?
Well, he's, you know, the difference in the game is he's made shots, but he's getting some good looks, and the guys are looking for him.
Thanks a lot.
Well, that's what Agbaji's done versus what Villanova's done. I love these coaches, though. You're up 19-8. We got to guard the arc a little bit better, you know.
You got to find something negative.
Something.
But think about it. They go to McCormack early. They establish that, and all of a sudden, Agbaji starts to drill them from outside, and their defense has been extraordinary, particularly early with those little traps and staying at home on shooters as well.
Okay, Chris Archidiacono is going to check in for the first time now and inbound.
I've heard you use that name over the years.
And what a star his brother was, and had the biggest assist in Villanova history. 2016 championship game, setting up Chris Jenkins, who's
Nice
here tonight.
roll.
Here's Dixon.
I got to go up with that.
Yeah, well, got a 3, though. Got
He's
a 3 out of it to Samuels.
He is making that shot with confidence. Nice little inside out, and that is their game. Dixon passes up those shots at the rim.
Well, this is the side of the floor where they really have to step up their play and keep the awareness of Agbaji.
Lightfoot's got a little hook game in here. Inside out.
Harris won't look to score, so you can sag off of him if you're Villanova.
Here's Martin.
He looks to shoot, though.
That's back to the rim. Look at that rebound by Wilson. Agbaji almost put it up from the logo. Martin.
This is where he's tough.
Sets up Harris, and Kansas hits on another three.
And not a guy that likes to shoot three-pointers. Really a pass-first kind of guy. 30% from the three-point line, but right now, the three-point shooting of the Jayhawks is the difference.
Little post-up Gillespie.
They get it in, and it's last touch by Harris.
It's amazing with his hands inside.
3 deflections on Gillespie there, right? Great dribble penetration. You know Villanova's going to help, and Harris doesn't take a lot of threes, but shot that one with confidence. And speaking of threes there, Jim.
Yeah, there's Chris Jenkins.
He's still saying arch, arch, arch. That was the signal to drop it off the big fella.
Hey, Grant saw it coming. He saw it all unfolding. Hit the shot for the championship. Here's Samuels meanwhile.
Got to make Kansas play half-court offense, though. No quick hitters. And there's that duck in. See if they come with some help. A little rake.
McCormack, after a little break, flips it, and it goes.
Give him a little rest and go to the big fella. Nixon's got his hands full. I think you got to help a little bit more in that low post area.
Well, the big fella has 9 already in this game. Kansas with its largest lead as we enter the second half of half number 1, and they come out with a steal. Martin flips it up ahead, 2-on-1. Harris will finish it off. No, he won't.
Look at how speed to the ball by Kansas.
It's Agbaji who tapped it out there. He'll get it back.
Mismatch, nice slip.
McCormack left alone. He's not missing the dunk this time. And a timeout called by Villanova.
How about the ability to put it on the deck and find some people?
And that's Agbaji, the difference this year. Attacking, not just scoring, but delivering. And give it to the big fella. McCormack raising the roof. It's all Jayhawks. And Raph, it's been interesting how Agbaji has gotten open against his defense. First, this great movement, great execution on offense, and stay off him. He's going to knock it down. Of course, Villanova, they love to front the post, trying to help their Dixon. You can't leave Agbaji. Once again, a flamethrower from 3. Guys, 4 for 14 from the three-point line in the previous 4 games. 4 threes made already here in this first half for Kansas.
Yeah, staying at home is going to be essential on both ends, particularly with Kansas. Their ball movement, they go over the top, kick opposite. And we haven't seen it go inside out yet. McCormack is excellent kicking it to the other side. And once again, a little pressure. Bill's looked at some of these games, and the Cats have struggled inbounding on occasion.
Gillespie trying to drive on Martin, gives it up. Daniels. And he'll pull up and hit the 2. That's a 2.
Size difference could plumb bomb. 2 small guards. Bill will do this once in a while. A lot of speed on the floor. Nice little down screen lock low.
McCormack. He's got another one.
And guys, they can get it to him anytime out there. And the position he gets, the 4 guys spacing the floor, and the incredible touch. He showed us a little bit of everything here early.
He's a talented kid when he's on top of his game, but Dixon's got to do a better job denying 3-quartering in that box area. Use that body.
McCormack's 5 out of 6 from the floor. Only shot he missed was a dunk.
Nice rebound, Samuels. They need second possessions, this team.
It's Harris that knocked it for a second.
Active hands there by Harris on this defensive end.
Daniels takes it inside, and he gets the roll.
How about this kid? He is playing. He was a fake sub all year anyhow. Got starter minutes. Plays with some strength, can make some threes, puts it on the deck. Well, really late and a little bit lazy covering on that baseline drive.
Kansas doing a great job guarding the three-point line. I think you have to do more of this. Attack them, get to the paint, try to draw some fouls like you did on that last play.
Wilson returns for Kansas. Daniels scoring down the floor 2 consecutive trips.
Bill's a brave guy. I think I'd leave Agbaji on the floor the way he's playing. Give him a little blow.
I want to cool him off.
Well, between media timeout coming up.
Brown's been kind of quiet here for Kansas, but so capable. Great slasher.
There's that little nice job defensively by Samuels on the roll.
Looking for McCormack. It's not there this time. Wilson turns around and over Dixon. Another basket goes for the Jayhawks.
That's how they mix their game up. Wilson, a strong driver, generally loves to go right. You know, Agbaji can mix it up. Threes in, putting it on the deck.
Difficulty guarding Kansas. They got multiple guys who can make and create plays.
They're shooting 65% from the field. 12.5 minutes in. Samuels. A little shield from one of his teammates, Dixon, but the rebound pulled away by McCormack.
Watch out on Brown. You mentioned it. He can make them.
So can Wilson from here. And he does.
Boy, are they ready to play. Nice give back by Brown. Unselfish play.
6 out of 9 from the arc. Jayhawks 33-16. 7 minutes to go in the half.
Harris is really ragged. Gillespie.
Antoine. Front of the rim.
Good hustle by Sam. Pass.
And he sets up Dixon's couple of offensive rebounds by Samuels.
Now those long rebounds, Villanova's got to come up with them.
Well, the key here, Villanova has to get some stops. Multiple guys having their way for Kansas on the offensive end.
They got their switch inside again.
Got McCormack.
Got Martin. Got Martin. Now 7 out of 10 from 3, Kansas.
Remy said, I want to get involved from this three-point line.
Yeah,
Look at this.
Let him in scoring.
Everybody loves Remy in the evening.
Yeah, especially around here. But he's led him in scoring 3 of the first 4 games in the tournament. Gillespie now trapped for a moment. Antoine goes back top. Try on the other side. Set up the blocks.
This one's got to go. Got the hook.
They got McCormack to commit a second. 2 on McCormack. He's off to a big start. The Bill Self's team dictated in the opening minutes, and they've doubled up Villanova to this point.
Coach, defensively, especially from the perimeter, how do you have to adjust?
We're struggling in a lot of areas defensively. We got to get out on shooters, and McCormack's killing us inside. We got to do our work earlier on him and not let him get positions.
How about offensively? How do you get something going?
We got some good shots, but we got to get better movement. We got to make more plays in a possession. We're just making a couple passes, getting a shot.
Thanks for the time.
It's Jay's 4th trip to the Final Four, directing the Wildcats in 09 in Detroit, 16 in Houston, and a championship, 18 in San Antonio, and a championship. McCormack's got the only 2 fouls called against Kansas, so he's going to sit. Puts Dixon at the line.
And Jay Wright was correct. His offense, the execution poor. Really 10 of their 18 points, second chance points. The defense great at Kansas, but see if Villanova can buckle down a little bit here and get some better quality shots on the offensive end.
Well, they got to play the three-point line, but also he mentioned, and we did as well, do your homework early in the post-up. You got to be up the lane a little bit, deny.
You can't give up 12 points in the paint and 7 3-pointers. Right. You got to pick one or the other to take away.
That was a rare missed free throw for Villanova, shooting free throws at a percentage that's historic. They did not miss one in the game against Houston in the regional final in San Antonio.
Went to a little zone here, Jim.
Got to be paranoid in the zone with the way Kansas is shooting.
Flash to the foul line or dribble drive like this.
Here's another 3. That one's long.
Force them into a tough shot, contest. Nice little change at a timeout.
That's the first miss by Kansas after 5 makes in a row.
They are not going to let Gillespie meet them. I think Dixon's got to do some damage in here.
Over Lightfoot, who got a hand on it. Tap, no. Tapped again, and Lightfoot able to out-battle for the rebound.
Back to their man now. Lightfoot with a mismatch.
Over the top, Lightfoot. 2 on him. Tap. Wilson got it back, fights for it, and delivers the 2.
Well, size prevails, but too many opportunities.
And Wilson, an elite offensive rebounder, averaging A double-double here in the tournament for the Jayhawks.
He gets over 2 offensive boards. Nice help by Lightfoot.
To the corner, Antoine. Short again, short on his first 2 shots. There's Slater, he'll load one up, and that's off the mark.
They need Slater and Samuels to make shots from deep. They're not biting on the pump fake.
Martin with a short trip down the floor for Kansas.
I think as Villanova continues to execute here, they're going to have to get some paint touches, penetration, to create opportunities.
Gillespie.
Or just give it to Collins.
Yeah, give it to him. He didn't need much space either. He had Brown a couple of inches above him. A little bit large, drilling it.
His second made 3 of the game.
He's got Agbaji, and they do switch, though. You can't leave it over help.
Brown, the Lightfoot, tough pass. Tries to save it. It's right in the hands of Gillespie. Here comes Slater. There's a whistle and a foul called on Kansas.
That's a little more like it, though. Be a little more aggressive on that offensive end. Take it to the rim. Get a little smile. Oh, jeez.
TBS Front Row presents The Flight Attendant, starring Kaylee Cuoco. Watch the hit series Sundays at 10 on TBS. Kansas exploding at the start, scoring the game's first 10 points. Has not trailed, biggest lead of 19, and now is at 16, but they've got McCormack, who's done a lot of damage in this game on the Wildcats, on the bench with the 2 fouls. Probably won't see him in the rest of the half with his 13 points and a couple of rebounds.
Do you recall Bill Self talking to us yesterday about they've had the edge on us of late, Villanova? You think there's a little payback in mind? I know some of these players weren't there, obviously.
You know, the interesting thing he said too, Raph, was about that matchup in 18.
Yep.
He said, my best Kansas team could not have beaten Villanova with that performance that day because all they did was hit 3s against us. They hit 18 out of 40 threes and beat them 95-79.
I'm not sure any team could have beat them that day the way they shot the ball.
But now Kansas is doing the same to them.
Absolutely. Agbaji in particular giving some great looks. You mentioned Lightfoot now in for McCormack. Not as powerful the low block, but he does have an offensive game. I think they can do more switching in this situation.
Lob. Agbaji over the rim. And it's deflected by Gillespie.
Gillespie right there. Sniffed that play out.
A lot of screen and slips. Not a good pass. Got away with it. Nice cut by Slater.
Gillespie, quick throw to Antoine.
He's had 3 looks, too.
That's a bump. Samuels, that'll be his second.
Not a good foul for him either.
Tomorrow night, UConn and South Carolina square off in the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball National Championship game. Coverage on ESPN begins at 7 p.m. For more information, go to ncaa.com. South Carolina seeking its second title all time, won 5 years ago. And of course, UConn, 12 national championship game appearances now. And that's, well, 11-0 in those previous 11 championship appearances.
Wow. Should be a great one, too. 2 great coaches. Olympic coaches as well. Ooh, much better inside defense. Dixon.
Brown goes back to that corner he just left. That was short for Harris, who's hit one from the other side.
Inching back, key. Stay in touch, get around 10 or under if you're Villanova.
Daniels
Nice play
knocks
defense.
Harris to the floor, and they're going to call it on Harris of Kansas.
It could have been a charge, at least from this angle. Harris anticipated correctly. May not have had his feet there.
I think it was the right call.
It was the right call.
There, slow.
But I love how he competes on that end of the floor.
Self didn't agree with it at all.
Gene Steratore right here on press row, shaking his head.
Yeah,
You like that call?
I like it, Jim. I do, because he's not retreating when he's defending. He's sliding it laterally. Doesn't get his feet set. It's a good call by Breeding.
They've been riding that middle ball screen.
Gillespie.
Pretty good D there.
Oh, somehow he's able to force it.
That's
Looked
the strength.
There was a defender with a hand right on the ball.
He has some strength. Deceptive.
Hey, just what Villanova needed. A little 7-0 run.
Kansas not running their action of late. Nice little help.
Wilson And that's going to be off Harris. No, they're going to say that it was last touched.
I think it was the right call.
I agree.
They did bang one another.
And Raph, right now, as these two right here going after it, yeah, off the leg of Harris. Great hustle for both teams, understanding every possession matters.
And it is the right call.
I'll tell you, these last few possessions, like you said, Kansas not getting any offense.
They were
the same threes that they were making early, now missing and allowing Villanova to get back into this game.
They missed their last 4 from 3. Meanwhile, again, Villanova 7-0 stretch. Working it down from 19 to 12.
A little dribble drive and find.
There's Daniels.
How about
Slater,
that
what a rebound. Fights for it. No go. Tip. No.
Look at
Slater backs out. Gillespie, can he get a 3 out of this? Yes. Wow.
Kick out. Butler, you're so vulnerable on that offensive rebound. Get the puppies organized deep. Woo! Cats on a roll. Grant and I were talking about how they practice this particular play. Offensive rebound, you don't have something, get the puppies organized and kick out. Staying in touch. That timeout after Tracy spoke to Jay Wright. He went to his zone, missed the shot. All of a sudden, Kansas out of the rhythm offensively.
That's bad. That's really bad. You can read Will Self's lips.
Remy on the floor now.
Kansas is going scoreless now for over 3.5.
Slater doing a nice job inside. Wilson settles.
That was a 2. Lightfoot tried to keep it going and does. Somehow is able to get it out of the hands of Daniels. Under a minute to go.
Everything on the perimeter for Kansas. Got to get some paint touches.
He's a great driver right here, Wilson.
You're not kidding. Oh, too strong with the shot.
And Lightfoot
twice now left it alive. And he gets the follow-up. He kept that possession going twice, guys.
Experience prevailing, though. Good shot blocker. Just does his job.
The lone remaining scholarship player from that 2018 team.
Villanova hasn't turned it over of late either. Stuck on that 6.
Daniels drives. No call. And that's going the other way with 15 seconds to go.
Both teams getting after it. You said it best. The experience of Lightfoot, incredible.
And now AT&T 5G taking us above the rim. I think, as you saw, one of the real aggressive efforts around the rim we've seen so far tonight.
As a confidence builder offensively, Kansas can score. Conversely, big stop from Villanova.
Here we go with 5 seconds. Remy Martin with a head shake and drive. No go on the shot. Wilson tap, no. And Dixon has it. We reach halftime with the Wildcats trimming a 19-point deficit to 11 at the intermission with a 10-2 close. Coming up, AT&T at the half. EJ, Greg, and the guys, first half analysis. A look ahead to game 2. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Over to you, Tracy.
Thanks a lot. And Villanova with a run there to end this half. What do you need to get back to doing?
Well, we got to still defend the arc, and we got to finish plays in time. We've had more layups not go in for us.
Thanks a lot.
Well, after that 10-0 start, Villanova had to scratch and claw to get back in this thing. They got it to single digits. It's 11, though, as we reach the intermission. AT&T at the half coming up. Let's take a look at the LG OLED first half stats. And you see points in the paint belong to Kansas. Second chance points help Villanova inch back a little bit late. Can this continue? What do you think, guys?
Well, I'll tell you, Kansas was flawless to start the game. Can they regain their form they had there early in the game? But Colin Gillespie, how about his play, Raph? Getting this team back in the game. The unquestioned leader for Villanova. When his team was down and you thought they were on the ropes, he hit some big shots, kept them back in the game. His will and his play, sensational.
And the ability to offensive rebound, Slater up big time to kick that. Puppies organized, dribble. Gillespie solid, made some tough shots.
Tracy, over to you.
Jim, Jay Wright telling me that the start was a combination of nerves and what Kansas was doing, but also missing Justin Moore. He said they lost some swag without him, but they found something down the stretch. But he said starts dictate the game, and the start here will dictate how this one finishes. He said they need stops, good shot selection, and they must be dialed in to get this down to 5-6 points early on.
Raft, you saw this team many times this year in the absence of Moore. How big is it?
Oh, it's a big difference. He's a terrific defender, rebounder, solid with threes, good putting it on the deck. A big difference. Can Kansas get their rhythm back again? Go inside of McCormack, and of course, Agbaji deep.
Gillespie, who had 11 in that first half. Driving. Now back out with it to Dixon. Slater, who had 6 rebounds to lead the way in the first half. And had that blocked a little bit by Brown.
Yeah, nice job defensively. A little hesitation, didn't freeze Brown.
If I'm Kansas right now, go right into McCormack early. Establish him on this first possession.
He reverses. Needs to give him a screen or a slip to their box. Nice cut by Brown.
Oh, and Harris found him.
Goodness. Pretty dive. Great timing. Sneak a peek and you pay. McCormack really jamming things up. You should be able to get a little jumper on a ball screen.
I think Dixon has to look for that shot when he's wide open.
Gillespie, that's a 3.
Not much room either with the defender on his right arm. Big time.
4 out of 6 from out there now. 5 out of 7 overall. And he's got 14 of the 32.
All of this is camouflage to get McCormack to the box. They got a block. Good call.
Daniels.
And guys, because McCormack is way off of Dixon, you're able to come off. You have some space right there, but that was not an easy shot. Gillespie keeping his team in the game, keeping them attached and close. He'll need a little help, though, from his teammates.
Harris inbound.
Nice little fade by Agbaji. Clench and knock
Still
down.
can't miss.
You have to lock and trail on that. You can't shoot the gap defensively. Too good a player, too good a shooter in Agbaji.
That's where you miss more, by the way, to answer you.
Agbaji had 12 of their first 19. That's his first basket since the 11:46 mark in the first half. Now 5 for 5 for the game, all from the outside. Dixon not looking for that shot. You said, Grant, maybe he should.
He can drill it on occasion. This is the guy that's got to get going with a tough shot.
Back of the rim.
Pretty good D by Wilson, too. Gillespie takes Agbaji, does trail him here.
Brown lobs it.
Nice
McCormack.
play.
That right there, Agbaji came off so hard. 2 Villanova players went to him. Brown was wide open. The beautiful pass inside and getting McCormack established. Tracy talked about starting the second half here. Not what Jay Wright wanted here.
Harris doing a really good job keeping Gillespie from a touch. Nice entry. You got to go with that hook.
Trying to get a third on McCormack. Shot off the glass.
He's got some game in there. He's
does.
got to take advantage.
5 points for Dixon.
Elijah's got size. Will be able to shoot it over Gillespie. Nice job by Samuels denying. They get the double.
Snap it back over to the wing. Harris knocks down another one. Yes.
That's McCormack's game, though. Kick it opposite. Has great vision. Puts it right in the pocket. Not a bad idea going in here. Almost a third foul.
Yep. Instead, though, it's a steal and a travel call. Yeah, I thought McCormack, that was risky.
Yeah, it sure was. But right here, just terrific vision. And again, the ability to bite from deep. So make it 3 early against Missouri. Big time shot. Remember, I believe, 19th third for him. Just bites you at opportune times. Brown can help out defensively, not really on Antoine.
Daniels wants to drive on Wilson. Underneath, and he dunks it.
And a great read right there because McCormack was fronting Dixon in the post. And Daniels able to drive baseline there for that finish. Excuse me, Daniels.
Daniels now with 10.
This is where I think he can elevate if he so chooses. Really not running their stuff here. All perimeter weave.
Not getting the ball to McCormack.
But now they get it to him. See if they can rake a little bit. Gillespie does.
Oh, it was Gillespie who came over and swatted away.
Great read.
So they've adjusted on that. Gillespie on the baseline. Who touched it last? He's going to stay with Villanova. Kansas, the #1 seed, the only one to make it to New Orleans. Last time without one, a 1 seed, Houston 2011. Bring in Gene's territory. That play out of bounds going to the break there. Close call here, Gene.
Really close call, Jim. And look, positioning where you're at as an official on the baseline, you're kind of working the waist up. There's a little bump here on McCormack too. We've looked at this a lot of different angles, even off air. I don't see it hitting McCormack specifically, but you know, back in the day, we used to be able to say, Coach, do you want me to call that small change foul on McCormack and put his third, or stay out of bounds on the play? You know, that's kind of how we used to be able to do it. I don't know if you can get away with that now, though, guys. You know,
I think with that smile of yours, you could do it.
Good salesman.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a guy that's got to get going. He is
Slater.
Slater, the pump fake doesn't work unless you take a three and make it. That could set him up for dribble drives.
7 points, 6 rebounds for Slater.
Around 5 assists, looking for a 6.
Samuel's right there doing his work early, forcing that turnover, but you're right. No indecision. Catch and shoot. Knocked it down from the three-point line, and that's huge for Villanova. Kansas not really guarding Slater, and only one field goal of the tourney in the first round, so that's his second field goal. See if they can get him going.
And had the matchup of Agbaji on Gillespie. Size, now it's Wilson, strong driver.
Back outside, he's got the same shot. That time it circles out.
That was in and out right there.
Yeah, it was. Kansas has turned it over the last 3 times down the floor.
Samuels on Agbaji, the ability to dribble drive.
Look at Daniels at 6'4", battling inside with McCormack.
Here's Harris, turn around, no.
Slater did a nice job fighting McCormack. He hasn't touched it often.
Slater driving on McCormack. Still with the 2 fouls. Daniels gets it under double figures.
They are a great catch and shoot team if you give them space. Play with a lot of confidence. Get the ball side to side. He's back at home. Woo.
It's an 8-0 run for Villanova.
Jim, it's not Blueberry Hill, but it's awful effective for the Cats.
So a run by Villanova, 8 unanswered. And there is royalty in the Kansas family. Danny Manning, 34 years ago. Danny and the Miracles winning the championship in Kansas City.
He handles his success with modesty compared to some we know.
Sitting close by.
Nearby.
All right. Remy Martin on the floor for Kansas. Maybe he can give him a spark.
They're playing 2-point guards. They can't get to McCormack.
Trying to back in now on Samuels. There's a flip. And it rims out.
To give Samuels credit, really was physical with McCormack. Made him shoot a tough shot right there on the offensive end. Oh, nice in and out.
Sure was. Pretty good handle. Trying to set himself up for the quick jumper. They got what they want here now.
It's Slater. McCormack trying to shield him off. And he influenced that shot.
They got numbers here. Nice pump.
Martin snaps it. Corner. Harris. Tapped out by McCormack. Got it. Puts it back up and in.
And there's where size prevails. A little slow, too. with the rebound.
Breaks a 3.5-minute scoreless span and an 8-0 run. Daniels, nothing there.
Doing a good job staying at home. Slater gets a good look because of it.
He is stepping up, as like you said,
Absolutely.
Grant, he had done nothing offensively in this tournament until tonight.
They snuck a peek, and that's what Villanova makes you pay. Automatic switch. McCormack with Slater.
All kinds of time. Yes. Harris.
What a game.
And that's his third three-pointer as well. Not a guy who makes a lot of three-point shots, but taking advantage of the open opportunities.
9 now for Harris.
Jim, I think Slater's got to stay aggressive. You got McCormack, you've hit 2 threes. Now you'll draw him out on the perimeter. You got to attack him off the bounce.
It's going to help others, too, because of that weak, soft D by McCormack.
Samuels.
Pretty
Tough shot.
That was Big East basketball right there.
Bully ball. Big time attack.
Just his second field goal of the night. He's got 5.
Agbaji quiet. Not till now.
Yeah,
How about
I
that?
can see it coming.
Yeah, absolutely. They do a nice job passing ahead.
He hasn't missed tonight, folks. 6 of 6, all of them from 3.
But they might want to give him the ball more.
Here's a kid a couple of years ago. They were going to redshirt him in January. They decided, hey, maybe he can play a little bit.
Meanwhile, Nova shooting 70% in the second half. Yes, again. Gillespie.
Using McCormack. That weakness of showing, a little slow and tardy. Samuels doing a good job denying early.
Wilson slicing in and scores it off the back.
And that's his game right there. Great off the bounce, so strong, loves to slash and finish at the rim.
McCormack inhaling here. Want to take advantage, and they are.
60, 50, inside 11. Gillespie. No call, and off the floor with it is Wilson.
Good job by Wilson, not going for that shot fake by Gillespie.
He's tough in the early here, looks for a shot. Again.
McCormack down low, and this time, that dunk is not going to be denied.
And a great lift of the offense. Empty side, big time lob, and a quick timeout. Villanova.
Feed the big fella.
How about that? Why not? They know his name. Nobody in the vicinity. Catch, gather, send it in, big fella. Big time attack. Woo! Is pretty good.
Get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. UConn and South Carolina. What a matchup that is coming up tomorrow. Now, thrilling drives presented by Nissan.
And Jim, right here, Jalen Wilson, a beautiful drive, finishes with his left hand. I love his versatility and his strength. And continuing to play like that for his Kansas team. As Villanova's fighting and scrapping here in the second half, Kansas manages to have a nice 12-point lead.
Going to give McCormack a little blow, and Lightfoot comes in for him. McCormack on the bench with 19. That's tops in the game.
In the first half, this is when Villanova was able to get back into the game with McCormack on the bench.
A little counterpunch with Dixon on the floor, too, now. Should be able to screen. Lightfoot might show better on ball screens for them.
Samuels, shut off, back out. Daniels.
That's where they're tough on that inside out. Second chance point so important for this team.
Slater.
How about this kid?
Woo. Man, is he doing it tonight?
Oh, he struggled early. You had mentioned he wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, I heard he was under the weather a little bit. May have contributed to why he wasn't playing well in the first two weeks, but stepping up now.
Got 13 for the game, 9 in the second half. Keeping Villanova within range.
Automatic switches. Samuel's pretty good post defender. Lightfoot has got a hook game.
There it is.
Over the top, no.
Might have been over the back, you're right.
Samuels secures it.
Trying to ice it.
Gillespie.
Boy, Dixon should have rolled right to the rim.
He's going to take on Lightfoot instead.
The advantage he has size-wise inside against Lightfoot.
Powers it. Too strong.
Staying with it, though.
One bounce and a block. Nope, it's a foul.
And you're right. He should have rolled on that last play, but certainly getting to the line, good for the Wildcats.
On Lightfoot, let's go to Tracy.
Jim, Remy Martin fired up in that last huddle. Our pace, our game, every possession, keep playing our pace. As for Jay Wright, he wants to slow things down. He is urging better defense on Agbaji, and he wants Slater to continue to shoot the ball, guys.
Yeah, I would too.
Good advice. I heard Bobby Hurley today. You know that name, I think.
Yeah, I know him well.
Talking about, he made Remy Martin what he is today at Arizona State. That's why he's doing so well, he said of late.
Oh, he took credit, of course, I'm sure.
Agbaji and McCormack come back in. Then you talk about Remy Martin. He was the MOP, most outstanding player in the Midwest Regional. He's been held to just 3 points tonight.
He was the preseason Big 12 Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And of course, 19 points at Arizona State. Little zone look again. See if they can shake him up. That foul line is vulnerable. Turn and look and watch the lob. They do a back screen on the center.
You got to stay attached to Agbaji on the perimeter if you're Villanova.
Yeah, there's the back screen with Agbaji.
So they move now to a man-to-man.
And they switch it up. Down to 5.
Look at this shot. Remy Martin, no.
Twice now that zone has shaken up the rhythm of KU's offense.
Daniels. Over Wilson. Boy, that one rattled out. Up ahead quickly. Brown.
Brown struggled a little bit on offense, but assists, he's been terrific. Wilson. Loves going right.
Brown, not there. Martin. McCormack. And he'll go to the line.
Good foul, though. Solid. Make him work for him.
Man, those big guys inside battling. McCormack going up strong, and you said it best, Raph. A great foul right there. Gillespie coming from the weak side. McCormack was best in the Big 12 in free throws made and attempted, having his way here at the free throw line.
Second foul on Dixon. McCormack. For the first time ever, the Stanley Cup playoffs are on TNT and TBS, and you won't want to miss a minute. Watch starting May 5th to see who will raise the cup.
Kansas done a nice job when they've kept Gillespie away from the basketball once he gives it up. Remy Martin shadowing him right now.
Margin is 9 with 8 minutes remaining for a spot in the championship game on Monday night.
McCormack really playing soft.
Like zoning up there.
It should enable
like a free safety.
Yeah, exactly. Just come off him for a look like this.
Gillespie off nice the mark with that. McCormack swats it off the backboard, and it's going to be Villanova basketball.
Well, Dixon's really been aggressive on the glass as well.
Guys, right now, these coaches know what's on the line. Their guys giving it all.
Back in New Orleans, and yes, there is a vibe, as you saw in our great opening. Here's what you see as far as the numbers and the paint dictated in this game by David McCormack, who interestingly hasn't been scoring a lot as of late. Grant, you look at his numbers, it's kind of a breakout performance for him.
He established himself early, but they haven't been able to get him involved or give Villanova credit on defense.
Gillespie at the baseline. That's McCormack with the rebound. McCormack in the tournament had scored 9, 7, 8, and then 15 in the regional final against Miami.
Taking advantage of his size with Villanova thus far.
Samuel's doing a fantastic job fighting down there, undersized, making McCormack work for everything.
Villanova obviously needs stops, but I think they got to put a little pressure on Kansas, make them think a little by getting in touch here score-wise. Tough shot.
Wow, that's his first miss of the night.
Step back, you'll take that if you're Samuels.
And Kansas waited too long to get into their action in that possession.
Gillespie is back out.
Got what they want right here. Nice little trap. Good kick.
Slater steps in, drives in, and that's going the other way. It's a charge.
I think it was the right call, too, though. Going to his right. Got a stop, jump stop.
Agbaji slow to get up.
They're very good at this, Villanova, but just one step too far. Well, he's doing a little bit of everything. Did you ever pick up a charge?
I played at Duke. You had to.
Listen to Coach. Oh,
I'll tell you this though, it hurts when they call a block. When you get a charge call, you feel better. Yes, it hurts worse.
Under 7 minutes to go. There's only been one foul call in Kansas in the half, and only 3 on Villanova. No foul issues to speak of, even though both teams have only gone 7 deep in this game.
And Jim, right now Villanova back in that zone. Sometimes they'll slide to a matchup.
Nice soft spot there, but a tough shot.
Wasn't on balance.
But all he had to do was stop. Nobody was near him. Couldn't even taken a bounce. Keep using the big fella Dixon. Right now, even a handoff.
Samuels on Agbaji.
Got good strength in here.
And yes! He's got a chance to knock it down to 6 at the line.
This kid is playing terrific. Strong, big time at the glass. Taking a look at Moore there. Must be frustrating for him. Now look at this power. Taking the lick and finishing the deal.
Samuels, who had 16 points, 10 rebounds against Houston in the regional final, led him to being named the South Regional MOP. And that field goal was the first basket made by Villanova in over 3 minutes, and it's down to 6.
In this zone right here, they did it early in the game in the first half. Took Kansas out of their rhythm, and I'm sure Jay Wright will stick with it long, but so far working.
And that nice spot there.
Brown, short.
Nice rebound and kick.
Harris.
See if they can bring some help.
McCormack.
Nice strength.
A fight for it. Left hand.
Pretty good.
And he's got a season high now. That's 23, topping his 22-point effort in a matchup against Texas earlier this year.
Jim, he plays like this. It's a different Kansas team. And they've been looking for this all year long.
They may need for him to play like this more because they're not getting anything in transition all half court for the Jayhawks.
Daniels.
Tough shot. Again, a little rattler. Back to the man.
Little handoff, weave action.
They didn't get that back screen for Agbaji. A little out of rhythm again. That zone just throws him off kilter. Good driver.
5 to shoot. Brown got the floater to go.
Strong kid.
He really competes.
Yes, he does.
Back-to-back buckets by the Jayhawks after they saw their lead come down to 6 from 19 at one point in the first half.
A pretty good counter punch.
I think Villanova has the advantage here. Samuels, so strong down there in that block.
Oh, almost. Got that one to crawl up off the glass, but he'll go back to shoot 2 more.
They're doing a good job searching to find somebody who can do some damage. Ryden Samuels, this is just power. Brown, known as a pretty good three-point shooter, can put it on the deck. Pretty athletic at the rim, too. Big-time finish.
Foul at the other end on Agbaji, his second. Celebrate your favorite Final Four team with licensed fan gear from the official NCAA shop. For the best selection of team apparel, head to ncaa.com/shop.
Villanova not a, well, you're shocked when they miss a free throw, by the way. Right? They're not a pressing team, but will extend three-quarter court on occasion. Back to the zone. I would slip Brown in there, or Agbaji.
You need a guy there at that elbow who can hit a shot consistently. Got to attack, shoot, dribble penetration. Active hands there by Villanova.
8 to shoot. 4:07 to play.
Agbaji not really getting as many opportunities, maybe not moving as quickly after picking up that charge.
Maybe Villanova making sure they stay attached to him on the perimeter.
5 to shoot. Harris looks up.
Gotta go.
Brown knows it.
Got it.
That's the shot.
Got it.
May be the one that'll define the game.
Right?
They look like Kansas was a little late getting into their set, but Brown with a 30-footer off balance.
With 1 second on the shot clock.
Nice play.
To the corner. To Samuels.
Nice
That's blocked by
counter.
Agbaji.
And they got him
early. And Agbaji, but Dixon back defending. Oh boy, big crash to the floor. But everybody's fine.
I talked about Brown earlier. Passing the ball well, 5 assists for Brown. But how about this? You mentioned it. Big time dagger. First the drive, the finish. Get the puppies organized. Drill it big time.
And let's take a look at the Capital One rewarding performance.
David McCormack, strong, tough, showing he can convert inside with either hand. They established him early. A huge force for his team. And that right there, along with Agbaji, might have been the difference in that first half and really punched Villanova in the mouth early and executing the game plan for Bill Self to perfection. McCormack, a career day.
Nova had cut the margin to 6 at 64-58 with 5:40 remaining. And then the Jayhawks respond with a 7-1 run, and they got free throws coming up from Agbaji.
And Brown, of course, with the drive for a deuce, and then that trade deep in the shot clock.
Got 7 points all in the second half, Brown.
What a start he had from Agbaji, though. Didn't have to lighten it up from deep.
That's what you want. You want your best player to come out and set the tone for your team. As you said, Agbaji did just that.
The unanimous Big 12 Player of the Year. It's the second.
Now Villanova to get back in this thing. You got more of quick hitters, which is not their strength, obviously, and then get some stops at the other end. Some second possessions on this end, if possible.
Circling under the basket, Daniels.
How about that work? McCormack, excellent with poise and balance defensively.
They followed him everywhere as Daniels worked hard to get off a shot, but McCormack's presence led to that missed shot. McCormack now with 9 rebounds to go with his 23 points. Wilson, who almost has a double-double like he has in every game in the tournament. He's 9 and 9. Here's Brown.
How about this?
What a half. He's got 10 all in the second half.
He has been so solid all year long. Bill's been asking him to take more threes. He's relied on the dribble drive. Big time punch. You don't play for Kansas unless you guard.
Slater really coming to life in this game. He's got 16. Timeout call. But just 2:23 remaining. Kansas up 13. 25 combined three-point field goals made by these teams, and it ties 2018. And you know what that's going to be? That's going to be that Villanova-Kansas matchup in San Antonio when Villanova had 18 of their own in that game.
Payback, huh? Unbelievable performance, particularly early. And McCormack, this is a different team when he plays like this.
When he plays like this, they are very tough. Agbaji setting the tone, and then you talked about Brown, not involved at all. Just hit some big shots here late.
And this is what they like to do, extend three-quarter court pressure. Antoine, long arms at the point, see if they can generate a turnover or a quick shot. A lot of poise with Kansas, though.
Kansas right now, the clock is their friend. They made double team here on the ball.
Get it to McCormack, to Agbaji, and not hitting him with the regularity he did in that first half. And the loose ball stays with Kansas.
They have been quick to any 50-50s. They have just seized the opportunity. Right here running it down.
Of course, that's Wilson's game right there on the glass. One of the best rebounders in this Final Four, keeping that possession alive for the Jayhawks.
This Kansas team that in many ways is playing not only for this edition, but for their band of brothers from 2020, a team that would have been in the canceled year, would have been the #1 overall seed of the tournament.
And a real strong belief from that team and Bill Self that they had a chance to win it all, or at least get to the Final Four. One of his more talented teams he's had in the last few years.
Timeout called by Harris.
Smart play. Villanova doing a pretty good job with that double.
You know, you come here, you start thinking about all the possible matchups that you could get for Monday night. And if it's going to be Kansas, you think Kansas-Duke. Well, that was one we saw for the championship in '91, which was Mike Krzyzewski's first. And you were, of course, a freshman on that team in that championship. Or it could be Kansas-North Carolina. You start thinking about some of those matchups. Even the historians will tell you about the triple overtime game between the Tar Heels and the Jayhawks in 1957, and Will Chamberlain playing for Kansas, but Carolina.
My dad told me about that one. I don't remember it at all. Of course, Tommy Kearns jumped center in that game. Frank with a little ploy early. 5'10" or 11.
Lenny Rosenbluth.
Absolutely.
The monster tournament.
Brennan, Bobby Cunningham.
And guys, this is the part of the game that I've been impressed with Agbaji, his ability to put the ball on the floor. That's where he's improved from last season to this season. Obviously a great three-point shooter, but become an elite scorer because he can score off the bounce.
And to your point, the NBA guys recommended he work on that end of the game as well, and he certainly has.
Two-time member of the Big 12 All-Academic Team, as well as being the unanimous Conference Player of the Year and first-team All-America.
He had 18 20-point games this season for Kansas after only 7 total last year. So you talk about his improved play.
That's 21 for the night.
And he plays pretty good D, too. You have to for Bill Self. They're going to extend the floor, put a little pressure passively. Nice extra look.
And yes.
So that's what they're hoping for. Had what 3 early didn't convert. This time the extra pass sets him up.
Brian Antoine, who's had such a rough go of it with injuries, coming in and popping a 3. And now they've got to do something spectacular here. Just an 8:18 to go.
And Bill has 4 handlers on the floor.
Wilson.
Nice pass.
Gives it up to McCormack.
And he's the 4th passer. Wilson, our handler.
Kansas is going to go wire to wire tonight. They jumped out with a 10-point run to begin it. Got it up to 19 at one time. Saw it trimmed to 6. Agbaji with the rebound, and he'll shoot free throws.
Gillespie, well, they do make an extra pass, Villanova, don't they?
So unselfish, but right here, you talk about extra pass.
Yeah.
You said it best, Raph. 4 guys out there who can handle the ball, make plays, good decision makers. It's so hard to try to trap them and force turnovers.
Avoided that charge as well with the jump stop.
It will not be free throws, only 16 fouls on Villanova. The next one will send them to the line for a 1-and-1, but only 50 seconds remaining. Brown will be the one to the charity stripe.
Extend the game. Oh, were they well prepped, though, Kansas, out of the gate.
You know, you looked at this collection of teams, and since Kansas won the championship in 2008 in San Antonio, the other 3 members of the Final Four here had all won 2 titles since that time. And look who's in the hallway getting ready.
They had them walking in together. That's interesting.
I was shocked to see that.
Well, they've
Who
matured.
let that happen?
They've matured unlike your era.
That's true. That's true.
They have some common courtesy. There's the big guy.
Paulo.
So reminds a lot of people of Grant, Jim. Really, where he can play all over the floor.
Well, he's 6'10", 250, which is incredible.
6'8" and change, 6'9". I think you may have had a better handle.
There's Daniels. Somehow that falls out. And another foul with 35 seconds to go. Now, you're going to be hearing over the next 24 hours or so leading up to Monday night. The Kansas players will be asked about it. We'll talk about it. That 2020 team with Dotson, Azubuike, Garrett, and how they're going to be taking them figuratively with them on the floor. It was a team that had won 16 in a row before the season was canceled, right on the precipice of conference tournament weekend. And that is going to mark the end of that tremendous career for Colin Gillespie, the Big East Player of the Year, back-to-back years, Raph.
Yeah, you get emotional watching this end of it for all teams.
And what he came back from with a knee injury last year, right before the start of the tournament.
Such a competitor, contributor.
He embodies that program.
He does. He does.
And I might add the Big East Scholar Athlete of the Year as well as being the Player of the Year.
Two-time Player of the Year. I think Mullen and Ewing were the only others, along with Richard Hamilton years ago.
Rarefied air.
His 156th and final game. The career that will be long remembered.
One of the Villanova kids forgot to report. Let's see if he just ran on the floor.
Samuels. Another one with lasting difference in the program, what he's done.
It means so much seeing these kids cry. And they have had a lasting impact. The culture, the continued culture at Villanova under Jay.
You're right. I mean, every one of these guys on Villanova are glue guys. We talk about Samuels, we talk about Gillespie. This really speaks to Jay Wright and the culture that he's established there and how it's sustained excellence through the years as you see more wishing that he could be in this moment with his team.
That'll be heartbreaking for him.
Kansas shoots 61% in the second half after its dominating start. Yasufu has the basketball to run it down to the end. Bill Self said it's time that we start winning more championships. He was asked about that recently, and he's going to be playing for one on Monday night.
Two guys that respect one another a great deal.
Note to self. Kansas is playing for a national championship on Monday night against either North Carolina or Duke.
What tradition, huh? We're going to have a lot of fun with whomever wins that next one.
Fantastic. Kansas, #1 seed. As you said, 2 years ago, had an opportunity as a #1 seed, playing Monday night against two great programs, well coached. It'll be a blast.
Get McCormack right to bed. Get him some rest. He's going to have to play.
Hey, you too, pal.
Okay. Listen, easy. I mean, I'm responsible. Somewhat. But he's going to have to play two centers, whoever wins.
Baycott or Mark Williams.
Right. Not going to be easy.
Kansas has won a 10th consecutive game. Its 33rd win of the season. They've played in New Orleans in the title game 2 previous times. Played here in 03 and lost to Syracuse. And the last time the Final Four here in 2012 lost to Kentucky. Maybe the third time will be their time. Let's go over to Tracy.
Well, congratulations. You just carried over what we saw in the second half of that Miami game. Specifically for you, though, 21 points, 6 threes. What is it like when you just see the ball going through the net like that on a stage like this?
Yeah, this is what I dream of. To show up and perform in these moments is, what I work endless nights for.
I know you guys talked about it, but how important is it for you guys to get to the championship game, not only for you, but also that 2020 team that had their season canceled?
This is what we were planning to do that season. Those guys, Dot and Dope, and everyone that was on that team, Marcus, this is for them, and they know it. They know it just as much as us.
Coach, what can you say over and over again about the job this kid does, and McCormack as well? A total team effort tonight.
Yeah, it was a great team effort. We got off to such a good start, in large part because of how he shot the ball, and he finally got some open looks, and he just did a great job. But our whole team competed. We guarded. We stayed down on shot fakes for the most part. It was a great team effort.
You said it's time Kansas wins some championships. You're headed back to the national championship. How do you get it done? What's the feeling like right now, knowing you'll be there Monday night?
Well, we know that we're happy that we're playing, but whoever we play is an unbelievable program, an unbelievable team, and we're just happy to be in this position, representing our school, and we're going to try to make history on Monday.
See you then. again. Congratulations.
Tracy, thank you. Congratulations to Bill Self, Ochai Agbaji, and the Kansas Jayhawks. All set now for a Monday night matchup. Who will it be on the other side? That was the shot right there, Bill. You said it. The dagger. They're now 25-0 and holding their opponents under 70. An 81-65 victory. Coming up, it's Capital One Tournament Central, followed by North Carolina and Duke. We'll send you to EJ and the guys after these messages.